Let us close our eyes. Let us remember that pure consciousness, Shuddha Chaitanya, is God. Shuddha Chaitanya is the creator and creation. The earth, water, fire, air and space. Our body, our mind, our intellect is all made up of that pure consciousness. We are made up of God. We are created by God. We exist in God and will ever remain in that pure consciousness. Pure consciousness is manifesting as Guru. Pure consciousness is remaining within as our own consciousness. Remembering all-pervading pure consciousness, all-pervading God, God in the form of Guru, God in the form of inner self, inner consciousness. Let us bow to God, Guru and inner self. We bow to Guru as lineage from Babaji Maharaj, from Lord Shiva to Babaji Maharaj, with Babaji Maharaj, who is manifestation of Lord Shiva, to till Sri Guruji. Om Varisthaya Garisthaya Kutasthaya च Sakshine Satchidananda Rupaya Mahavatāraya Namaha. Om Sadashiva Samarambham Shyama Charana Madhyamam Sadguru Pragyananandam Pariyantam Vande Guru Paramparam. Smriti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavatpadam Shankaram Loka Shankaram. Ishvaraha Gururatmaiti Murti Veda Vibhagine Vyomavad Vyapta Dehaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. I bow to the pure consciousness as all-pervading principle, as God, as inner self, and as the inner self in all of you. Om Tat Sat. My pranams to all of you. Welcome on a Sunday morning. We are sitting, I am actually sitting in the Chicago Meditation Hall. So, this is our Sri Gurudev's picture. Let me, behind is the lineage of masters. So, thank you for increase volume. Thank you for joining on a Sunday morning. We will discuss something very close to our heart today, which is what is Dharma. Dharma is generally translated as religion in English, which is kind of little narrow understanding of what Dharma is. So today we'll take some time to analyze that and see exactly how somebody should practice Dharma. This is our today's discussion. If we observe our life very diligently and minutely, we will see that everything that we do, we perform, or we act upon is because of our own self. What does it mean? It means that whether knowingly or unknowingly, we try to achieve something for myself, isn't it? Sometimes it may seem that I am doing it for somebody else. So when we help others, try to help somebody else, it feels like I'm doing for a friend or a family or society, but it gives me something. Uh, I get something out of it. And if we dive a little bit deeper, we see that directly or indirectly, knowingly or unknowingly, we are seeking what the gurus have called or the masters have called as satisfaction, contentment, is a sense of completeness. And this is subject to analysis, which means that because it is something very fundamental, very direct, all of us can take this statement and look within and find ourselves whether it is a true statement or not. Whether when I do something, do I really do it for my contentment or there is something else? But the master said that it is for your contentment that you do, that for your own inner contentment, inner satisfaction, whatever we name it, that I have some incompleteness I feel if I don't do it, and by doing it, I get some level of contentment, some level of satisfaction. This is the basic fundamental analysis somebody should do. All of us should do. This actually gives us few things. First thing is that it will make us very clear individually that I do for my own inner contentment. Maybe in that process somebody is helped. Maybe in that process uh, somebody sometimes is not happy as well. But my objective is always my inner contentment. There is a story I read that I do not know whether it is a true story or it is a fiction, but this is what I heard, that one day um, Abraham Lincoln, he was not the president at that time, he was traveling and he saw a piglet in a mud. Uh, he was running late to his meeting. He stopped. His friend advised him against it. He stopped. He took the piglet out of the mud. He was muddy himself. When his friend asked, he said, "Look, you know, you are not a vegetarian. You eat pork meat. You are running late. This is a very crucial moment of your life, and it will have its own consequences. And knowing all this, you just went to save something which anyway you don't care anyway." So the story is that he said, "Well, I just did not do it for piglet. I did it for myself because it was painful for me." So please hold on to this understanding. You may not agree with me or the gurus in general at this point, but this is open to contemplation, that whatever I do, my inner contentment is the goal, directly, indirectly. And this is something, this is the concept we will hold on to, because on this basis, we are going to have our discussion today. So inner contentment is the goal of every individual. Now, but we are living our day-to-day life. We are living our daily life. The Guru said that in your daily life, there are few things knowingly or unknowingly you will also do. One is that you would always seek what we call as artha. Artha is generally translated as wealth, but artha is not wealth. Artha is physical needs. Food is a physical need. Clothes are physical needs. To take care of the body, there is a physical need is there. House is a physical need. Convenience is a physical need. Transport is a physical need. So whatever is the physical need is termed as artha. So I seek maximum availability of physical needs so that I never feel uncomfortable. Plus, once I'm comfortable, I also seek more of it to make myself secure. So let us say, please understand, this is for analysis purpose. I would request you not to jump and say that what is right and what is wrong. Spiritual thought process is very, very sensitive with this idea of right and wrong. Because the moment we get into a right and wrong, judgment comes into being and we are derailed. My request is that for at least this conversation today, it's just for analysis, neutrally observe. So the first observation we had or we discussed is that our actions, our activities are motivated, whether mental activities or physical activities, are motivated to provide me inner contentment. This is, please analyze and see whether it holds truth. Not for a moment, not for 2 moments, ever, ever, ever. The second thing is that for my physical need, I seek some physical elements. So it has been combinedly, for a general purpose, has been called as wealth. But wealth is, as I mentioned, wealth is not the right word, I would say. It is more of a whatever physical need I my requirements are. And wealth is actually transaction mechanism through which I get that. So I need a house, wealth can give me house. But suppose there is a place where wealth is not giving a house, but you need a house. Then house is the critical thing, wealth is not. Or health, physical health. So sometimes, for example, God forbid, if there is a physical health issue, but I have a lot of wealth, but I'm not able to get my physical thing corrected, then my need is my physical well-being rather than wealth. So that has been termed as artha. I gather artha, I gather this physical need or wealth for 2 purposes. One is my requirement. I have a requirement. Second is for not 2 purposes, for few purposes. One is my requirement. Second is I also feel secure about it for future. Third is that I get respect out of it. I seek respect through wealth also. So house is not for living only. I try to gather some respect out of it also. Some social stability or social yasra, what we call it. So house is for that also. Similarly, wealth is for my need, for my need and also for my security, my name and fame. And you can add, you can think of more. But nevertheless, it is bringing me some level of content. My needs are fulfilled. It gave me some contentment. Then my need for fame comes into play. It also gave me that. My mind is anxious, restless, because I don't feel secure. I'm fearful. It also gave me a little bit of contentment. Yesterday, I am alone in the ashram today. Last night, an interesting thing happened. For some reason, I was feeling fresh, like I was not feeling sleepy, almost till 12 o'clock. So I switched off the phone before that and I lied down. I'm sleeping and I suddenly heard a sound. Then I said, what is that sound? It could be like anything, maybe air conditioner or anything. I said, I hope the door is not open and somebody not got in. I'm telling you how our mind is not prepared. So I got up, I switched on the light, I went out just to check. I went to rooms and all this. Then I realized that our front door has not been locked. I had locked it and I thought I locked it. But in between somebody came and I had unlocked it for that person to come in. It is not locked. So I locked it. That was close to around 12 midnight. Then I came in. Then I said, well, what if somebody has already got in? Look how the mind is moving. I'm observing also and I'm thinking, I said, never ever this thought came to me. But anyway, it came. I said, what if somebody had already come in? So then we have our CCTV camera for outside we have. So then I went to the phone again. I played the replay, the capture part of it. Then an interesting thing happened. Then I saw that, so this is happening at midnight, right? At 10:56, there is movement in the corridor, in the front corridor, inside. I got alarmed. It's at 10:56. For 1 hour, somebody had already in the room. And so I went again out. Out means to the corridor. And I checked the office. Then I said that let me briefly see what exactly happened in the corridor. So I went 10:56, 10:58. Then I saw it was me who went in and out at 10:56. But I did not go in 10:56. I went in 11:56. Then I realized that the machine has not adjusted to daylight. Anxiousness, mental, what you call mind, movement of the mind. Then I said, okay, fine. I mean, fortunately, we had never had an incident here, except one little incident. But I'm telling you that the physical security, mental security, I'm observing. And I'm truly observing the mind is moving. And I'm seeing my inability or my ability to reorient it. It's a little bit weak. So I did a little prayer and then lied down and I slept. Must be around 12:30 around. My point is, security, physical security. What happens when we just see a snake? So the physical security is threatened. So because of that, we act, or we react. Then there is mental security. So we get mental security. Please, again, not right or wrong. This is what we do. This is what we do. Does it help us? It doesn't help us. But can we correct it? And that's where we'll come back to our discussion. How can we correct? What is the mechanism given to us? So, physical security, mental security, because otherwise there will be anxiousness. If I don't have adequate amount of saving, adequate amount of funds available for my retirement, I will be in a difficult situation. And that gives me a little bit of fear, anxiousness. And I take steps for it. So, more or less, this is the meaning of Artha. Is it clear? Does it make sense? Now, so we conclude, first one is that all our activities are oriented towards inner contentment or self-satisfaction. or to bring some completeness for myself. The second one is that we gather what we call as physical wealth, material wealth, in terms of money and other things also. Also because of inner contentment. Also because of some incompleteness within ourselves. The third one, we also sometimes desire things. The desire is an incompleteness manifested in the form of a desire. Why a desire comes? What is the basis of it? Is not very well known. You truly cannot, maybe sometimes, but most of the time we cannot trace the reason behind our desire. We cannot. So it is attributed to some kind of impressions from the past. Please understand, it is an attribution. That because of the impressions from the past, hence the desire is remaining within us. This is an explanation given to us by masters of the scripture. Subject to validation, subject to verification. Somebody may say, look, this desire is coming, I'm not interested in it. There is a technique to dissolve a desire, is that when it comes, I don't acknowledge it. I don't accept it. The desire weakens. But the source of the desire, where it comes, in Yoga Sutra, I forgot the sutra, but it says that when the desire will manifest in future, we don't know. So if something had happened, let us say in the past, 10 lives before, it attracted another desire from third life, it attracted another desire from second life, and now I'm the first life, let us say. So this is one, so I'm going back to 10 lives. So this is first, the last one is second. Even like 3-4 desires from 3-4 lives can combine together and come back in one life. So the Yoga Sutra says that it is actually a folly, a mistake, to actually try to find out the source of the desire. It is, however, needed to address, because it's a problem, it should be addressed. Just address it. This desire, it has been called as kama. Kama means desire. There are different kinds of desire. Desire for wealth, desire for family, desire for health, good health, duty, desire for emotion, knowledge, and we know that. These are all kama. So 3 conclusions we have drawn. Activities or anything that we do is for inner contentment. One of the methodology of inner contentment is artha, material wealth. Another methodology of inner contentment is kama or desire, fulfillment of desire. It makes sense. If this is so, look at the how it can go wrong. So I am interested to fulfill my desire. That is, I know now. I fulfill some of. I am interested to bring me contentment or balance, fulfillment, and I seek that fulfillment through wealth or material possessions and through fulfillment of my desires. And the desires are very layered. It could be family desires. It could be desire for a healthy body, desire for name and fame, desire for emotional stability, and so on and so forth. There could be many ways. So I'm seeking contentment. I get some from material wealth. I fulfill my desire, I get some contentment. Then I'm good. It's a nice proposition. I'm doing that anyway. What is wrong in it? The masters say, they say that, no. There is a problem in it. The problem is He said that, look, you are seeking contentment and you are getting contentment from, let us say, using two means. Then there is no problem for me. But then I don't see any resolution of my problem, because I am not seeing that the contentment is rising, or I don't see a in future that I will have full contentment. I don't see that. I don't feel like that. And not only that, by fulfilling through this methodology, sometimes my contentment is going away, is reducing. So this is a question that is proposed. This is a question that is asked. So the Gurus say, two ways to look at. They say, you see, there is something else also you do. You get contentment, which you are not required to do. One, you also help others. Yes, you do it for inner contentment. But you could have done it by doing through material position, through fulfillment of your desires. Some desires mean some generally mental desires, physical desires. They say that, you see, that you do things, what they call as dharma. They said you do few things, even if you are not required to do. Even if nobody is going to like give you pain. Suppose you are walking and you see somebody fail in pain. Suddenly we inherently, spontaneously, we just go and help that person. Forget about person. Yesterday in the bathroom, I found a spider. Our bathroom is inside, so there are no windows just to take it out and throw it out. So I was in a hurry. So I took the spider and I put it in the trash bag. I thought that trash bag, it will slowly get it out itself. Today morning I saw, very likely it has died because it could not come out of the trash bag. I felt a little pain. I said, I probably made a mistake. My question is that, what is that pain? What is that pain that we feel when we are walking and we see even a little tree has fallen, we just put it back? An animal definitely is a higher kind of life. A human being, of course. So we try. This, the master said, can be termed as a desire for dharma, desire of duties, connecting to the duties. Keep this in mind, because we are going to discuss a little bit more on this. So they said there is another way also we try to get contentment in life, is when we do things that not necessarily fulfills me in a very direct way. It is an indirect way I get satisfaction. Helping others, people spend time to go and help. I have a friend, very close friend, he's an atheist. He almost used to, now I don't know, I'm not in touch with him for a while. He used to spend whole of his salary, whole, to run a school in a slum. Barely managing himself. Even he was making he is a very well educated man. He married to a doctor, his wife was a doctor. He told his wife, he said that right now I don't have time for you. Why don't you stay home? His wife stayed home at her father's place, and I think their son was born at father's place. This fellow stayed by himself. So this is dharma. There is a sense within us to do things that is not necessarily giving me right away pleasure. right away contentment. It actually may give us pain. People walk miles after miles to help somebody. I read, um, uh, I think I remember this story correctly. I hope I'm not incorrect in this. It's a story about a great man. His name is Vinova. He came from a very well-to-do family. He was very good at mathematics, very analytical. One day he came to know that uh, there are some areas that need to be cleaned with human waste. They need to be cleaned. And because of some reason, the people who are supposed to clean, they are not being allowed to do for some social unrest. He put his shovel on his shoulder and he said, I will clean. He walked apparently a long distance just to clean it. The pain that he went through, he is a very great man. The pain he went through, the difficulties he went through, it's not giving inner contentment right away. But something else is happening. So the Guru says that there is a third way to get inner contentment is through doing some actions, what we called as noble actions. Make sense? So there are three ways we have found out from the scripture. Noble actions, fulfillment of desires, and possession or seeking material wealth. These three gives us directly or indirectly inner contentment. Is it clear? The desire to do noble work is called Dharma. Possession of wealth or seeking wealth is called Artha. And fulfillment of desire is called Kama. So these three gives us inner contentment. But please remember, our objective is what? Objective is inner contentment. Inner contentment has been called as freedom or moksha. So we were introduced, some of you might be knowing already, we are introduced to 4 words: Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. Noble work, noble activities, fulfillment of desire, material possessions, and moksha means seeking contentment. And some masters say that truly you seek only one thing, and that is inner contentment, nothing else. Other things are a mechanism or a methodology to get that. Clear so far? Dharma has been called as the right way to work. So today we'll discuss what is Dharma. So then the Guru said, and this is where I would like to us to analyze a little bit. The Guru says that look, if you fulfill your desire, any desire, with noble understanding as the context, then you will move towards inner contentment. If you seek material wealth with a noble desire in the back of it, then you will go towards inner contentment. Which means is that if I do a combination, I said I am earning wealth with dharma in place, dharma artha, I am going to earn my wealth with the right way, which is dharma. Then the Guru said then that will bring you inner contentment truly. It will never disturb your inner contentment. Similarly, if I am fulfilling my desires with dharma in place, right way in place, then I am moving towards inner contentment. So, though dharma is separate, the Guru said that seek wealth with dharma in place, seek fulfillment of desire in dharma in place, then you will actually get moksha. So, as an example, dharma is the basis, artha and kama are two poles, and moksha is the goal. Clear? So, if this is dharma, dharma is the basis substratum upon which two poles are there, artha and kama, and moksha is the objective or the goal. Our life, the Guru said that, must be reoriented in that direction. That means always make sure that the artha is done in dharma in place, the kama is done in dharma in place, and these, when dharma and artha is combined, dharma and kama is combined, then they will lead us to moksha or freedom or contentment. What is this dharma? So today, this is from Manusmriti. So I'll chant the mantra. You can chant after me, and then I will explain the meaning. And if you are on Zoom, please chant yourself. Dhritihi, Kshama, Damaha, Asteya, Shaucham, Indriya Nigraha, Dhihi, Vidya, Satyam, Akrodha, Dashakam, Dharma, Lakshanam. Meaning is, so there are, he said that you just make sure that there are 10 things available to you all the time. Anything that you do, these 10 things are in place. As long as you have these 10 things are in place, anything that we do will lead us to contentment. First one is dhriti. Then second one is kshama, if you are taking notes. Third one is damaha. Fourth one is asteya. Fifth one is shaucham. Sixth one is indriya nigraha. I'll tell the English word afterwards. Seventh one is dhihi. Eighth one is vidya. Ninth one is satyam. 10th one is akrodha. So dhruti means dhruti also English translation. It is the dhruti actually means sada santosha. A practice, tosha means suppose I am what would be the right word? Santosha. Tosha means suppose I am thirsty and you give me water. I am immediate incompleteness goes away, right? Right away. This is called tosha. I try to tell myself or work as much as possible that whatever is given to me is adequate. It's a practice. So dhruti is trying to practice a sense of completeness in our daily life. That whatever is given to me is my need has been taken care and I'm good. I'm good. I'm living, for example, in Chicago. My need is taken care. There is weather changes, cold happens, hot happens. But I will not allow my mind to be disturbed. I will try. This is a practice. So dhruti means trying to keep yourself in a state of contentment or balance as best as we can. It's an effort. First one is dhruti. Second one is kshama. Kshama means, in a general word, forgiveness. Forgiveness is actually to tolerate the best way I can. To tolerate someone else's effort to give me pain. To tolerate even if I have the capability to retaliate. Now, please understand, these are spiritual goals. So it should be done in a very gradual way. Generally, what happens is that we hear or we read and we immediately apply in our life. And we apply whole and soul. And it doesn't work. Because the gurus say that as you gradually progress in this, you would see that situations that were giving you pain are slowly decreasing, coming down. So hence, I try to increase my tolerance every day, little bit, and not retaliate as quickly I was retaliating yesterday. So if yesterday you were telling you are stupid and I was retaliating, today I would retaliate little less, like that. So it's a gradual increasing, gradually increasing the level of tolerance. The next one is, so first one is dhriti, second one is kshama, the third one is dhamma. Again, it is gradual. Means the eyes, the ears, we have 10 sense organs. 5 sense organs of perception, where we gather information, knowledge, and 5 sense organs of action, where we act. So eyes, ears, nose, taste, and touch. Through these 5 sense organs, we gather the world. I see, I taste, I hear, I smell, and I touch. Through this, we cannot act. We cannot do any action. Though, in a very subtle way, we can do a subtle action through eyes. Like I can tell you, move like this, like that. But those are not considered as action items. The 5 organs of actions are hands, feet, mouth, genital, and anus. Through this, the body acts, does something. So the Guru said that these 10 organs, you should have some gradual control over it. That means that if the taste was dominating my life, I will reduce a little bit. Talking about our own life, we can always discuss about ourselves. I come from a traditional, like a village tradition, where food and green chilies used to be together all the time. Food, green chilies. Rice, green chilies. This, green chilies. So green chilies used to be the common factor. Anywhere you go, even today, in West also, some of the Bengalis and Odia families, as soon as you take food, they will put a bowl of lime, some green chili, and you pick it up. Now, green chilies have its own consequences. It can burn things, but I'm habituated. If green chilies are not on, like in my view, I am fine. But if it is there, I feel little attraction. I take one. So the Guru said that gradually decrease. I will not, it, though sometimes the masters also say, take a strong stand. If it is really like smoking or drinking, take a strong stand. But gradually has been advised. So third one is gradually bring control over sense organs. The fourth one. So how many we have discussed? 1 to 3. A sense of contentment in our day-to-day activities. Tolerate and not retaliate so easily. And third one is control over sense organs. The fourth one is called asteya. Asteya in a very raw translation is that do not take away others' things. Like you have kept your, let us say, your pen, I will not take it away. This is a gross way of understanding this. The subtle way is that suppose I'm in your house and I see a nice thing, for example. I say, I wish I had a similar thing like that. And I wish I get it. This is the Guru say is actually a mental problem or a problem of the mind, and that needs to be managed. Clear? So how many? 4. Fifth one is Shaucha. Shaucha means purity in physical, mostly physical sense. Body, clothes, place of living. So purity. See how this helps us to have a proper contentment in life. Purity, physical purity. Then comes Indriya Nigraha. Indriya Nigraha is that I control the sense organs, but then I go a little bit deeper. This has been called as Shama. I go a little bit deeper and I try to control the mind through intellect, through analysis, through discussion. I take some steps to control the mind. The seventh one is called Dhi. Cultivate inner awareness. How do I cultivate inner awareness? By observing myself, by meditating, by being aware of inner self. In a practical sense, for our practical purpose, if you are practicing Kriya, it means to hear the divine sound, to remain in the divine sound. Then eighth is Vidya. Study or discuss or reflect that which encourages, clarifies my mind so that my mind can be refocused or realigned to meditation or inner awareness. So Dhi is the inner awareness and Vidya is study or some kind of analysis through which I try to get inner awareness. Clear? These Vidya. Ninth one is Satya. Satya means truth. Satya Vakya, Satya Acharana, Satya Chinta. To speak truth, to behave in truthful way, and to have Satya Chinta means not to have contradictory thoughts. So suppose, and it's very natural that we do. Many times it's very difficult. For example, suppose I don't want to tell you something, or you don't want to tell me something. Suppose I ask you. You have two choices. Either you tell me as it is, or you don't tell it. And generally, in West, there are very nice ways to say that I don't want to tell. There are nice ways. But even if we use the nice ways, the other person knows that you don't want to tell, right? The other person knows. So even if I nicely say that I don't want to, there was recently somebody said that if you really don't want to talk to somebody, you should, oh, I just remembered something. I need to get back to something. And it's actually a false statement. But we do it as a behavioral way. I remember a very funny thing. And partly because of, coming from a different culture and not knowing. One day, a friend of mine, a colleague of mine, and myself, we had went for lunch. And we were coming out, and we met one girl we know from another place. We both know her. We always thought that my friend and her has a little bit of attraction towards herself together. This was a imagination I had. So we were talking, and they were talking. I stood there for some time, and so then we realized that she has moved out of the area. And in the conversation, they told each other, "Okay, nice meeting you. Let's be in touch." And as soon as they were moving apart, my foolishness, I said, "How can you be both in touch each other if you don't have phone number of each other?" They don't have phone number of each other, and they reluctantly share their phone numbers. And I said, "What did I do wrong here?" I mean, they wanted to be in touch, and maybe they had forgotten. That's what I thought. Maybe they have forgotten to share phone numbers with each other. And as soon as the girl left, my friend was really unhappy with me. He said, "Man, did you have to speak there?" I said, You only said that let's be in touch." He said, "Man, don't you know it was just a wait?" I said, "I wish I knew this niceties in life. I did not know that I knew after that." I said, "So now that you have got her number, are you going to return call?" He said, "No." What do you think? I said, "Then why did you have to tell let's be in touch? That was not necessary, right?" He said, "You don't know. That's how it's talked here anyway." So, Satya means the Guru said, try at least. Try maximum not to say things that you don't mean. At least we try as much as we can. It's not possible all the time, we agree, but at least try. 10th one is Akrodha. Akrodha means not to get angry. But the question is, how not to get angry? Let us think about it. Just for analysis purpose. Same thing was done, same thing, exact same thing. Let us say somebody is cooking and the food get burnt. And I have deep affection for you and you burn the food. I don't like you. You burn the food. You'd see, generally, I am angry on you and not angry on you. I am angry on you but not angry on him. Isn't it a general way? The action being the same, result being the same, situation being the same, to whomever I have more affection, my anger is a little bit less. It's a natural thing we might have observed. So our anger is not very well objectified. It is very subject to a lot of things. It's not objective. Suppose I say, I get angry when somebody burns food. It means that I get angry when I burn food, when my son burns food, my daughter burns food, wife burns food, mother burns food, sister burns food. Even God burns food, I'll be angry. But that is not the case generally we see. So our anger is not truly an objective emotion. Anger cannot be an objective emotion. Very rare, very high level of people can display anger in an objective way. Most of us are subject to anger depending upon where the situation is coming from. And an example is coming to my mind. those of us who came from India. In West is very organized, very clean and neat. One of the beautiful things. You don't see debris. You don't see trash throwing around. So we see people who come from India, as soon as they come here, we follow the rule, which is a nice thing. We also do not like others to do it. Like if you do it, I will actually say that please don't do it. Or if I do it, you will tell me not to do it. But as soon as people from India go from here to India, they go back exactly to the similar state. They will like eat something. I also do. Then I asked myself, I said, what just happened? Why I am not angry on me if I am putting trash here on the road? I am angry on myself putting trash in USA when I am there. So anger is never objective. Anger is always subjective, contextual. So anger, the Guru says, when you have more deeper alignment with the individual, with the person, with the situation, you have more and more equanimity or equal vision is developing. Then you can address anger. So anger cannot be addressed in a fundamental way through analysis. Very difficult. Very difficult. The Guru said that anger should be addressed by developing equal vision, developing equanimity. To this 10, Dhriti means trying to be content. Kshama means tolerate and not retaliate. Dhamma means control of 10 sense organs. Asteya means trying to control the mind, not to have greediness when you see somebody else doing something or somebody else having something. Shaucha means purification in the body, clothes, place of living. Indriya Nigraha, having a little bit of sense control of the mind. Dhi means self-awareness. Vidya, that supports self-awareness. Satya, as best as possible to speak whatever is in the heart. Akrodha means having a equal vision or equanimity in the mind, which actually addresses anger. They say that if these 10 things are within you, then your desires, your seeking of desire, fulfillment of desire, or seeking of wealth will bring you, enforce inner contentment within you. Out of this, the Guru said, if you do the first 5, the rest 5 will start developing. What is the first 5? Just try that, satisfy with what you have as a mechanism, as a practice. It will be practice, there will be failure, but we try. Second is, at best as tolerate. Third is, have a little bit of sense control over bodily organs. It's a little bit easy. Fourth is, do not desire things others possess. If I need, suppose one disciple said, he said, Baba, do over to me. He said, Baba, what if somebody comes and we were talking, and he said, how do you like Tesla? I said, Tesla is good. I never driven it at that time. After that, I drove my friend's Tesla. So he said, would you, for example, if somebody comes and gives you a Tesla, would you accept it in the ashram? I said, absolutely no. He said, why? Somebody keeps the donation. Anyway, people are giving donation. I said, look, first thing is that just because somebody comes and gives me like a big diamond, he said, put the diamond here. Would I put it? Or would the Gurus put it? Or the Gurus would be happy to see that? The monastery what the Gurus have given us guidance, the monastery must live in a basic living standard. That is the fundamental. Just because somebody donates doesn't mean that we'll take it. Or even if we take it, doesn't mean that we'll use it. If you give a Tesla, maybe we'll sell it and take the money out. So just not to be greedy, not to the English word would be not to have a greedy eye on others' property. And fifth one is physical cleanliness. The Gurus are saying is that if first 5 is cultivated, which is a little bit easy if you can see, you can truly, we can truly practice a sense that look, whatever I am, I'm okay, it's fine. Second one is that I will tolerate a little more today. Maybe not fully, little more today. Third one, well, my tongue is asking this, my eyes are asking this, my ears wants to hear this, my eyes want to read this. But let me control it a little bit today. Fourth one is that somebody has it, let me not be have greediness about that thing of somebody else's. And physical cleanliness in life. These are basic things that we can take from a physical perspective. The Gurus say that when you do that, the rest 5, which is mental control, awareness of the self, desire to study good things, speak truth or remain or exchange in a truthful way, and having equal vision will be coming towards you. So it would be a result of the first 5. Does it make sense? So 5 things we practice, and we will get stability or strength from those 5 things, and the rest 5 will slowly arise in us. And the Guru say, when these 10 things slowly start coming in yourself, your work, your activities, your material seeking, everything would lead you to inner contentment or moksha. This is the argument. I hope it is clear. In case something is not very clear, please feel free to write to ashram at templeofharmony.kriya.org. Then we can discuss about it. Does it make sense? It's clear. Let us close our eyes. We analyze ourselves and we realize that inner contentment is the goal. Inner contentment has been called as Ananda, and God is Ananda. Sat Chit Ananda. So hence the master say, God is your goal. Inner contentment is achieved through fulfillment of desires, materially, psychologically, mentally. The masters advise us and also provide guidance that when you fulfill your desire physically or psychologically or mentally, please have Dharma in place, right way of working, right way of seeking wealth in place. When we do that, we move towards inner contentment, which is God, which is Ananda, which is truly our goal. The Guru say that try to practice at least 5 things and which will bring another 5. Dhriti, Kshama, Asteya, Dama and Shaucha. When you practice that, other 5, Indriya Nigraha, Akrodha, Dhi, Vidya, they will come. When we practice the first 5, we establish ourselves slowly, through which our life brings true inner contentment through activities, mentally and physically. May the blessings of God and Gurus be upon us all. May we realize that God is all pervading. God is pure consciousness. God is within me as my own consciousness. God is standing in front of me in pure form as my Guru. May the blessings of God and Gurus be upon us all. Asatoma Sadgamaya, Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya, Mrityorma Mrutam Gamaya. O Lord, take me from misunderstanding Asat to Sat, to truth, from darkness of knowledge, from darkness of ignorance to the light of knowledge. May everyone be well. May there be no inauspicious thoughts in me for anyone, including myself. May there be auspicious thoughts within me for everyone, including myself. May the blessings of God and Gurus be upon us all. Om Tat Sat Om. Thank you very much. I hope some beneficial thing was discussed today. And please write to Ashram, Chicago Ashram, Temple of Harmony at Kriya.org if you have any questions or you would like to share some thoughts. Thank you.